Hi guys, Ancient Warrior. Welcome back to Prepping in Free America. If you like what you hear here, hit the subscribe button. And if you want to be the first kid on your block to know what craziness I'm talking about, hit the bell icon with all. Let's talk about gun control, folks. As you all know, 4th of July, we had a crazy man in Highland Park, Illinois, shoot several people, killing several, and Pritzker, the governor of Illinois, is calling for bans on high capacity mags and the AR-15 and all this other. Guys, I'm going to be honest with you. With everything that happened last week, do you weak-minded liberals actually think what you're proposing is going to work? Let's talk about what did happen last week. We had the massacre at the Highland Park, Illinois. One thing I don't know if you're aware of, but Illinois is a hard state to get a gun in. You got to have something called a FOID card, FOID card, so that you can buy a gun. Some states you got to have a FOID card just to buy ammunition. If gun control worked, don't you think Illinois would be one of the safest states in the world? Chicago is one of the hardest cities to get a gun. This last weekend, they shot 28 people, killing one. And Lori Beetlejuice Lightfoot stomps her feet and blames surrounding states for the influx of gun violence. Richmond, Virginia. There was a highly intelligent individual overheard two men talking about an attack on a 4th of July parade. They contacted law enforcement. Law enforcement was able to stop it before it happened. That's where, hear something, say something. See something, say something. Thank God they did. New York City. They had all kinds of shootings for the 4th of July, for that weekend of the 4th. Let's go to the other coast. Several shootings out in California. The one thing that stands out, in neon lights, blamp, 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 blamp. A Olympic volleyball player, a gorgeous young lady, was having lunch, supper, having a meal at a restaurant with some friends. They walked out to the car. A crazy man carrying either a large bolt or a piece of pipe assaulted this beautiful young girl The picture I saw was her right eye was puffed, and she had a gash along her nose. You know that's going to leave a scar. The problem is not gun control, ladies and gentlemen. The problem is not gun control. My idea of gun control is hitting as close to the 10 ring as you can. The problem is weak, liberal mayors, governors, attorneys, attorney generals, state attorneys, all of them. In New York last week, a known felon attacked a 61-year-old bodega worker. The guy ended up killing the young man. Now, I've seen the video. The guy looks like he's probably about my size. Both directions. The guy assaulting him was younger, about 25 years old, and larger. The problem with assaulting an old man like that is you don't know who you're assaulting. You don't know how well trained or how much lack of training he's got, or how much lack of control. Because I know some boys at my age, 71 years old, you attack them and that's going to throw a switch. You're going to see their head twist a little bit, another face pop up, and you ain't going to want to live through that one. Probably won't live through it because they're crazy. And now they're charging the bodega worker with, I believe it was second-degree manslaughter. Alvin Bragg, you're an idiot. He's the DA in New York City. You're a moron. The only thing that worked in the bodega workers is the low bail requirements for those who can't afford. So now he's out of jail. He was assaulted twice, by the way. Did I tell you that? Yeah, he was assaulted twice. Not only did the guy who attacked him behind the counter of his business, but the girlfriend of the guy stabbed him in the arm with a knife. I think there was a threat on his life. Doesn't happen a lot, but it happens a bunch, folks. Alright. Guys, I'm telling you right now, if you live in a state or you have a concealed carry, if you live in a constitutional carry state or you have a concealed carry, carry. Don't walk around with your concealed carry card and going, hey, look what I got. Look what I got. Oh my God, I can carry a gun if I want. If you live in a constitutional carry state, Texas, Oklahoma, and I can't name them all, go to the range and get some training and carry that gun. And one of the things you need to learn to do, If I hadn't seen it last Tuesday, I wouldn't have believed it. I watched a guy almost shoot himself trying to draw his weapon from his holster because he put his finger in the trigger housing. I was standing within 3 feet of him, and I put my hand on his hand and I said, "Stop." And he kind of got indignant to me, and I said, "Look, you're drawing that weapon with your finger on the trigger. Accidental discharges do happen, and I don't want to be the victim." He and I spent 2 hours of him with an unloaded weapon, drawing that weapon with his finger going nowhere near the trigger. Now, you want to get some YouTube training? Fieldcraft Survival. Mike Glover is an ex-Green Beret, Sergeant Major, probably a few other initials that you could put in there. Has videos on how to draw a weapon. Watch them and do them exactly the way he says to do it. You know, I'm just an old man. My training is very, I hate to say it, but half a century old. Stuff I do now that I was trained with, they've changed it all up. They found better ways. That's the story of life. Better always wins. Guys, keep your head on a swivel when you're out there. Please do whatever you got to do to stay safe. I'd like to see you come back and watch more videos with me. So with that being said, remember, I'm the Ancient Warrior. And it's better to have this stuff and not need it than need it and not have it. Keep your powder dry, your weapon clean. And we'll see you in the next video.